Good day. There's a serious problem with job interviews these days, and it's so important that even Google has decided to add an explicit warning on their careers webpage forbidding the use of AI in their job interviews. Important note, we know how great AI can be, trust us, but we want you to engage with the interviewer and our teams authentically and honestly, so AI tools are not permitted to be used during your interviews. Okay, so it's pretty exceptional for a company such as Google to add a warning on their career webpage. And by the way, if you thought this only refers to during their interviews, no, they actually added a second note on their interview prep page. On the subject of thoughts, we're looking for yours, not the collective thoughts of the internet, your friends, or AI. So picture this. Google, one of the most valuable companies on earth, employing the smartest people around, has to openly acknowledge that some perfectly qualified candidates are shooting themselves in the foot because they used AI to prepare their job interviews. And I've been warning around this for over a year now, simply because I work with candidates applying for FAANG companies, including Google, as well as to help Googlers or others who are impacted by layoffs to transition to other roles. And trust me when I tell you, the ones with job offers never use AI. Okay, so what can you do about this? How can you eventually even capitalize on this anti-AI trend? Well, first thing is, are you convinced that AI will not benefit you overall in job interviews? Because if you're not, please feel welcome to book a coaching session with me. We'll eventually do some role play, and I will do my best to explain to you where the quality bar is actually set for today's job interviews. The second thing, AI can also be looked at as an addiction. Okay, the use case for AI is engagement, to keep you hooked. So one of the most efficient ways to break this habit and this addiction would be to go on an AI detox. Something on the lines of using pen and paper to prepare your job interview, right? And the third thing you could do would be to eventually capitalize on this AI trend or the anti-AI trend. You could do this, three ideas for this. First, you could do everything you can to sound more genuine in these job interviews. This is the opposite of what was trending just a few years ago, to try to sound as polished as possible, but rather try to sound as genuine as possible. Even use some slang if you want, right? The second thing you could do would be to explicitly tell them, hey, I have not used AI to prepare this answer, especially if you feel like your answer could have used from a better delivery. And the third thing you could do, if you prepare the story bank, you could also consider sharing your stories with your interviewers prior, during, or after your job interviews in a bit to ensure that they will learn more about you, and because it's not using AI, right, to prove your point and to capitalize on this anti-AI trend. So all in all, this is an exceptional event for a company such as Google to openly advertise that, hey, we don't want you to use AI during these job interviews. I believe there's a lot to learn from this, and thank you very much for watching.